path accessed. Metal detected.
Pardon me, buddy.
Hello there.
Ah, you are better, I see, Ulukai.
Sure am.
Then you will want to find Shemaz Zeb and begin searching the regions for the Mons. Please know that all the soldiers of every region are on the hunt for you. I would suggest that you stay here in Shamazar until you feel you are ready to travel into the other regions. But know that you can enter any of them whenever you feel the need.
Thanks for the tip.
It is my honor to help you, Ulukai. But another word of warning. Some Daokas lead directly into soldier camps. You would be wise to enter only those Daoka that you know lead to a someplace less dangerous.
I'll keep that in mind.
Then I will not keep you any longer, Ulukai. Shemaz Zeb waits you in the village to the west. If you would like, I would like to take you to the village.
You can take me there, huh?
Yes, if you would like.
Sure, I'd love the company.
I will show you what I can along the way. Please follow me, Ulukai.
Metal detected. Low-level energy source detected.
To the north of this spot is where the Temple Fae is. Many soldiers of Kuroax are around there. You should not enter there, Ulukai.
Sounds like good advice.
The Temple Fae is one of 4 temples in this region. The other 3 are to the northeast of the Temple Fae, but they are all smaller. We must go now. We are here, Ulukai. The village is just to the west of here. I hope Shemaz Zeb will be of some help.
Ditto, pal. Thanks for the tour.
My honor, Ulukai. Wait, I did want to give you a small piece of advice before I go.
Shoot.
There are convoys of supplies leaving almost all regions of Adelpha. They go to supply Feyran soldiers. If you can, you may want to stop them when you see them. I know it could make the soldiers weaker over time.
I'll try. Thanks.
May the Yads be silent, Ulukai.
Hi there.
Oh, the Yods have returned you from your sleep. I am pleased.
Thanks. Now, about that Mon.
I have waited for this moon since I was a small Talan to finally meet the Ulukai.
Great. The Mon?
Oh, yes, yes. The Mon. I am afraid I have a confession to make.
This is going to be bad, isn't it?
Yes, Ulukai. I do not know where the Mon is. Please forgive me. But the Shamas before me would reverted before telling the secret of the Mon.
That's okay. It's what I expected with the kind of day I'm having.
Wait, a Dalan named Narn has searched for the Mon for the past few moons. His friend was killed by Croax. Since he believes the stories about the Mon being a powerful weapon of the Yods, he is trying to claim it for himself.
Has he made any progress?
Again, I fail you in not knowing Ulukai. I have not seen him since last moon, but I need to find him and calm the fire that burns in his essence before he reverts Croax.
Sounds like Croax is in need of a little reverting.
No, Ulukai. The essence suffers when Talan reverts Talan.
Notepad accessed.
Could you heal me?
Of course, Ulukai. Now be more careful.
Key detected.
Tell me more about this essence.
Well, I know very little, but the basics are simple. There are 4 essences. Ka, Fe, Eloi, Kanda. Each is linked with other aspects of life. You should ask Shemaz Mezum at the Temple Eloi for more details about these. I am only beginning my studies, and I fear I have a lot to learn.
Tell me about these Yods.
The Yods are the creators of all essence, Ulukai. They control all of our lives and destinies. We have built 4 temples to the north to honor each of these Yods.
Can you tell me anything about where the Mon is?
The Shamas before me did, but I was not told of the secret of the Mon before Croax reverted him for helping the Guardians. Narn believes he knows, and Zalinas tells a good story about where he thinks it is.
Can you tell me about Feyron?
There is little else I can tell you, Ulukai. I wish there was more I could do. Shavaz Mezum might be of more help. He is older than I. He is usually found at the Temple Eloi, to the far north of the Temple Fey.
What can you tell me about the Temple Fey?
The Temple Fey used to be the same as the other 3 Essence Temples to the north of it. But when Feyran began to rule, he said that it needed to reflect his power.
So he rebuilt it?
Yes, it is now larger than the other temples. Croax has 2 Daoka inside the temple. They lead to soldier camps in the regions of Okasankar and Motazar. I would not enter those until you know it is safe, Ulukai. Soldiers are always on the other side.
Thanks for the advice.
Croax is usually seen at the Temple Fey, giving instructions to his soldiers. If the Mon is hidden there, it will not be easy to get. Talk to Zalinas. He is usually here in the village.
Notepad. Accessed.
Can you give me some info on Croax?
He has been the leader of Feyran's forces ever since Feyran began to rule Adelpha. I hear he spends many moons out at the Temple Fey praying to the Yad Fey, but most see him other places reverting Talon for Feyran.
How did he and Feyran meet?
When Feyran was seen arguing with the prophet Khazar, Croax approached him and the two decided they would rule Adelpha.
So you don't know where Narn is?
Have you spoke with Ilot yet? He could be the best Talon to ask. I wish I knew, but I have not seen Narn since his last visit. His brother Ilot is in the rice fields to the far north of the village.
Lexicon. Accessed.
I want to know more about this reverting.
Reverting is what we call it when a Talon dies. His essence is reverted back to the Yad which first gave it to him.
How?
For example, a Fey Talon is reverted by fire. Then his essence is returned to the Yad Fey.
You burn them alive?
No. If a Talon dies peacefully, the essence remains inside until the body is reverted. The reverting ceremony also allows the Talon's destiny to appear. We call that the Hazades.
Whoa, X-Files, eat your heart out.
Lexicon. Accessed.
Yo, Shorty.
Hello there.
Greetings, Ululu. How are you this moon?
That's Ulukai, isn't it?
That is what I said, no?
Okay.
Mar knows what he says. Mar is leader of all Shamatsar.
Lexicon. Accessed.
What can you tell me about the risks around here?
All the risk goes to the soldiers. We keep a little for ourselves. But friend Croax says too much risk makes workers slow.
Guess that doesn't apply to soldiers, huh?
What?
Forget it.
If soldiers not get risk every moon from us, friend Croax would be very mad, and soldiers would become weaker. I cannot let that happen. We need soldiers to protect us.
From what?
From something I do not know.
What can you tell me about Shamazar?
Shamazar is the best of all regions of Adelpha, cause Mar is in charge.
And just who put you in charge?
Croax did. I always think that friend Croax was mean, Talan. But he visited me one moon and asked me to lead all of Shamatzar. So I do. He's good, no?
I don't know. I wonder why he picked you.
Because Mar is the smartest Talan of all, Ulubi.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
He also said that I was, how did he say, not able to cause an uprising, whatever that is.
Sounds like the same logic a certain nasty goose stepper used. So what do you do?
I count ris and tell friend Croax how many workers not finish their work with a ris each moon.
What happens to those workers?
I think he takes them to go talk to them or something. They never come back, so they must be getting a different job somewhere.
Yeah, probably pushing up daisies.
You think that is a good job? Maybe I should try it.
Is there anything useful you can tell me about the soldiers?
They guard us from something.
What?
I do not know. But whatever it is, they need a lot of ris to do it. Times that they do not get ris, they become very weak.
Have you any idea what kind of food resources Feyron has overall?
Soldiers are strong. I do not like them strong.
What about the soldiers' weapons?
Weapons of soldiers, really strong.
What about the soldiers' morale?
What is morale?
Mar, is there any way I could convince you to stop your ris production?
No, I do not think other Talan will follow their great leader Mar on this.
Warning.
Why?
Low-level energy
They all
source
speak
detected.
quietly of wanting to see the essence stone returned. I have never seen stone either. Mar wants to see pretty stone.
Notepad accessed.
Who do I ask about this essence stone?
Speak with Zeo about that.
Notepad accessed.
Have you any idea what kind of food resources Feyron has overall?
Unstable organic energy detected.
Pardon me, buddy.
How's it going?
At long last, the Ulakai has arrived. My father would be proud to know that I am meeting you.
He would?
Yes, Ulakai, he was a recreator like I am. My name is Clath. I am eager to be helping you.
Can you explain what a recreator is exactly?
We are but a few Eloi Talan who can recreate simple objects after we have examined them with our essence. We have been working for Feyron for thousands of moons, though, creating weapons for his soldiers.
Against your wishes, I hope.
That is true, Ulakai. And to show this, I would like to offer to help you on behalf of all recreators. You need only show us any of your sacred objects which fuel your weapons, and we will attempt to make them for you.
How do you know about those?
All Talan have them, Ulakai. We have studied them and found that we would be able to recreate some of these objects with material from Adelpha. If you want any more history about us recreators, see Hoon in Okriana.
Can you make me any weapons?
Sorry, Ulukai. The weapons we know how to make are made to be fueled by a Fey Talan's essence, like the soldiers. From what I hear, you do not have this essence, and these weapons cannot be used by you. I wish I could do this for you, you must know.
Lexicon accessed.
What do you need to make weapon fuel for me?
You need only bring a sample of the weapon fuel you need made, and I and the other recreators will know what you need made. At that time, we can tell you what material from Adelpha we will need to create your fuel.
Can you make these?
Yes, Zulukai. You will need to bring me these objects.
Medical supplies located. Warning. Low-level energy source detected. Metal detected.
Excuse me, pal.
Hello.
Greetings, Zulukai. I am glad to see you.
Well, thanks.
I am Zelinus. What can I help you with?
What can you tell me about the Temple Fae?
I think I know. One is hit. It grabbed me in its claws and flew me for a short distance.
Ouch.
No, it was wonderful. I was scared, but I knew the envelope meant me no harm. As I flew over the Temple Fae, I saw a black box inside the large flame at the top. Since the Temple Fae always has many soldiers around it, I have never been back there since to see what it was. But I am guessing it is your Mon.
How did you get out of its claws?
It, well, dropped me, but I hold it no ill will. It was only doing what comes naturally.
Lexicon accessed.
What are those creatures in the pens?
Those are my friends. They are called Twanha.
Lexicon accessed.
What can you tell me about these Tonkas?
Twanha, Urukai.
Gesundheit.
No, Twanha. They are the friendliest creatures in all of Adelpha.
Oh, really?
Yes, I much prefer their company to that of other Talon. I understand the Twanha much better.
Metal detected. Link located. Warning. Low-level energy source detected. Twan ammo located. Metal detected.
Can I ask you something?
What can you tell me about these Tonkas?
Twanha, Ulukai.
Gesundheit.
No, Twanha. They are the friendliest creatures in all of Adelpha.
Oh, really?
Yes, I much prefer their company to that of other Talon. I understand the Twanha much better.
So what are they good for?
Well, until Pharaon came, the Twanha ran wild without a care. Now Pharaon makes them work as hard as other Talon. I find that most distressing.
If that's so, why are you working with them?
To make sure they are cared for in these moons of their suffering. They need much care and love. Carrying risks to the workers takes a lot out of them.
You really have a thing for these Twanha, don't you? How do I ride one of these Twanha?
Oh, I do not approve of any Talon riding, my friends. It seems so wrong, do you not think?
I really don't know, Zelinus. I never gave it much thought.
I do all the time. Seeing them work so hard, bringing them back when they look half dead from exhaustion, it makes me upset.
Well, let's imagine that I would be nice to it.
Oh, I trust you, Ulukai. I know that you would be kind to them. To ride one of my friends, you would simply show it its gi, approach them from the left side, and it will let you get on.
And that's it?
Yes, they are not like us. They trust so completely.
So when I'm not riding it, what do I have to do?
They will usually find a spot to eat or drink from. If you do not see it for a long time, you have only to come back to the village. They usually return to my loving arms.
Nice image. Yikes.
Oh yes, Ulukai, you must promise to feed them hottie. If you ever find them, they simply love those. I have seen a poor Twanha being chased by a Gamor once. It saw a hottie and stopped to eat it.
It just stopped?
Yes, poor thing. I guess it was really hungry to have forgotten about that Gamor.
Either that or extremely dumb.
I am sorry, Ulukai.
Never mind. Anything else?
Oh yes, Twanhas do not like to get into water.
Tell me more about this gi.
As you wish, Ulukai. What would you like to know?
What is it exactly?
The gi is a piece of cloth that is dipped in its mother's sweat.
You mean to tell me it's a sweat sock?
I do not know that term, Ulukai. When a Twanha smells its odor, it becomes as tame as a small child with its parent.
I don't know any children who were tame around their parents. I sure wasn't.
Well, that is what makes the Twanha such a grand creation of the yards. Its simplicity.
And I sure wouldn't have behaved if you'd shoved my dad's gym socks under my nose. Yeesh. What can you tell me about the Temple Fae?
Oh my, yes, that is right. You are correct to look there, Ulukai.
Look there?
For your mon, silly. It is there, or at least I think it is, at the top of the temple inside the Great Flame itself.
You've seen it?
Well, I think so. When I was a young Talon, I tried to free the Ventilopes from the Ventilope camp on the other side of the barrier to the north of the Temple Fae. I was releasing one when it began to fly away and picked me up in its claws by mistake.
By mistake?
Oh yes, I am sure it did not mean to do it. Ventilopes are such nice creatures. Anyway, as I was flying over the Temple Fay, I got a good look at the flame, and I was admiring how pretty it looked when I saw a black box in the center of it.
And you think that's where the Mon is?
Well, it is a great place to hide it if you did not want someone to find it easy.
Out of curiosity, what did this nice Ventilope do to end your flight?
I am sure it did not mean to.
It dropped you, didn't it?
It is such a simple creature. They would never harm a Talon in their life if soldiers did not train them to do so.
Warning. Low-level energy source detected. Metal detected.
Excuse me, pal.
Hey there.
Hello to you, Ulukai. I am Solas. You have not seen a Talon who had an animal following him coming towards me, have you?
I don't think so.
Zort, that animal-loving Salinas, is going to get me reverted if he does not hurry up.
What's happening with Zelinus?
He was supposed to deliver a Twanha with bags of rice for me, so I could continue my rounds to the farmers in the fields. If I do not get to work soon, Croax's soldiers will revert me for sure.
Where is Zelinus?
That is a very good question, Urukai. If you see him, tell him I need that Twanha now. He is usually in the village being too friendly with those Zort Twanha.
Sure.
Notepad accessed.
Son of a... Oh. Can I see you for a second?
Zolas sent me. He said he's been waiting forever for you to send him his next Twanha.
Did I forget again? Oh my! I just hate taking them out to the fields to see them working.
Yeah, it breaks my heart.
Would you take it out there for me, Ulukai? I would be grateful if you did.
If I have to.
Oh, thank you, Ulukai. I shall repay you in some way.
What do I have to do?
I will give you this gi. As long as you hold it in your hand, the Twanha will follow you. But if it gets scared away by fighting, then you will have a hard time finding it.
Damn, that gi is funky. Phew. Where is this Twanha?
Notepad.
The Twanha you need rests now in the pen at the center of the village.
Hey, Zolas, I got something for you.
You brought that one, huh? What happened to Salinas?
Let's just say his heart wasn't in it.
Can I have it now?
Oh, God, please, yes. This ghee gave me really reeks.
Thank you, Urukai. I shall be able to begin my job now. You are a kind being. Now tell Salinas when you next see him that I can no longer be late. As a reward, I will tell you that in the wrist fields are hidden many treasures. Look for a small stick poking through the mud.
Notepad accessed.
Can you tell me more about Riss?
It is the plant we grow here in Shamazar. We all work to plant and harvest it for Croax and his soldiers. Now, because they eat a lot of it to stay strong.
What can you tell me about the soldiers here?
They all come from the Temple Fae. It is not only their temple to the Yod Fae, but their place of gathering.
Anything else you can think of?
Not right now, Ulukai.
How's it going? How's it going?
Urukai, I had heard you were in Shamazar. I am a Dolotai guardian myself, but please do not tell any Talan. I am only counting Riss for Croax, so we can learn of how much resources he has.
Tell me a bit more about the Riss.
This Riss is going to feed the soldiers of Croax. Feyran has made it law that all of the soldiers will be given all food before other Talan.
Doesn't sound very fair.
Of course it is not. The soldiers eat all the Riss we make for them. If they do not get it regularly, they become weak and vulnerable.
So why not stop making it?
It is hard to get all to agree to this. Mar, the leader given to us by Croax, is a very stupid but very loyal leader. All are afraid of him.
Can't you do something about Mar?
No, Ulukai. You know the way of the Talan is one of no violence.
Warning. Mid-level energy source detected.
Excuse me, pal.
Can't you do something about Mar?
Warning. Mid-level energy source detected. detected.
Damn it! Ouch!
Warning. Mid-level energy source detected.
Son of a...
Stable organic energy detected.